Welcome to your full moon report. This is Kristen. Today is Tuesday, December 26th, the day after Christmas. And this full moon in the tropical zodiac is in Cancer. The sun has moved into Capricorn and moon in Cancer. Last full moon of 2023. I always like to start these full moon sessions. Often we do these live in a group gathering, and this full moon I'm doing a recording and just bringing it to the wide audience for viewing. So we always start with a meditation. So give yourself a moment to settle in, find a supportive seat underneath you. Best to have some back support, something you can lean into, a wall, a chair, recline yourself, and drop in. Let yourself drop with ease. Maybe the eyes close. Feeling your seat and your feet contacting the floor beneath you. Receiving the support of the chair or wall behind you. So receiving support, really letting it in. Softening. To let the structure, the space hold you. And as you soften and allow more of the moment in, you might notice there's space for a deeper breath. Deeper breath might be available to fill the inner space of the body. Just feeling this rise of the tide of the breath as you soften and release on the exhale. It's kind of a crash of a wave on the shore, just washing through the system. And then that next inhale rises, kind of builds pressure in the body, sends blood into the organs, sends blood into the space, all spaces of the body, oxygenated blood. And that exhale, boom, it just cleanses, purifies to create more space for that next inhale. And as we're working with this full moon energy in Cancer and the sun in Capricorn, it's this beautiful balance of kind of that Capricornian structure, the form, kind of that earth, mother energy, just kind of like holding the container, holding the space. That watery Cancer energy can just flow inside that embrace, that like big Mother Earth, Capricornian, energetic framework. And that Cancerian energy can just flow fluidly inside that framework, inside that structure. So this balancing of structure, of form, and of this flow of formlessness. And you can feel that with the breath and the body, the more you lean in and receive the support and kind of let go into it, the more capacity, the more space there is for that next inhale, for the life to fill, to play, to enjoy from head to toe, fingertips to toe tips. It's in and out in this very rhythmic biorhythm of the breath, of the body, being held by Mother Earth, by her body, by her gravity. In and out. Notice how the brain itself, like the organ, calms down. Like you can just drop back, drop in, tune in, drop in, drop down. It's like the system cools down. Like all that inflammation of overthinking, overdoing, overexerting, over-outputting, over-efforting. It's like, oh, I can just like drop back, drop in, drop down. And all comes into this harmonious, rhythmic, unified way, flow. Of being. Actively participating in the moment, yet staying receptive, soft, open to receive what's here for you now. Receiving the influx of light, the nanoparticles flooding the earth and allowing the body that is earth just effortlessly receive this information, effortlessly receive this light. Allowing the breath to support the assimilation, interpretation, translation of this light coming in. This very sacred portal, very sacred time of the year. And where in your body, in your home, this Cancer full moon, Cancer is the nest. It is home. Well, what is home? Home is the body. Home is this vehicle. And home is where our heart is. So where are you now? Physically, in your form, and in the space that you're dwelling. Where is your bodily system needing this chi, this prana, this life force energy that you're connecting with now through the breath? The body knows where it needs it, even if the mind can't interpret. Just keep breathing and the body will receive exactly what it needs, where it needs, how it needs. The intelligence of your system knows where to direct this energy. This is a beautiful time right now, this full moon, to intentionally connect. We're wrapping up the 2023 and moving into the 2024, right, in the Gregorian timeline. Of course, I know many are traveling in different timelines, but I'm speaking to this Gregorian calendar shift, right? So moving into the calendar year, closing out the old, moving into the new. This is a very potent time to really connect with the body soma, to connect with the body energy. And what is the excess? What is really being called to be released as we kind of sweep out this past year? And when we do the sweep energetically, there's an intention, that we can call in to release with gratitude, to release with reverence for the teachings and the alchemy and the inner workings that all the accelerations and obstacles and catalysts and challenges, there's a sense of like deep bows, deep gratitude for all of it. And what's the excess? What's ready to be shed a bit more so that we can create that spaciousness, a vacuum in a sense, to really potentize the field and invoke intention for the new year, for the 2024 that we're moving into. So yeah, this is a beautiful moment, full moon right here in this moment in the Northern Hemisphere where the light is now starting to grow and to magnify. So yeah, beautiful week to really tune in what's wanting to be released, what's wanting alignment in the physical system, to get all of you behind that intention. A lot of times we make intention just from conscious mind, from our thoughts that we think, and there's no energetic backing with the body. It's like parts of the body, parts of the psyche are like, oh yeah, I want that, but like, no way, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, yes, I want it, and there's a million no's behind that yes. So this the release is super important. The really energizing the body is super important to really align with power, what these intentions are that we want to really get all of you, all of the being behind, and really make the conscious shifts and changes that you're really wanting to see. What? To be more of service, be more of service to what? To love, to joy, to peace and bliss and harmony and yeah, just living the life that you feel like an abundant, free child. Like earth is your playground. Like we're really here to be that, right? And what's getting in the way of that? What's getting in the way of you living your most playful, joyful experience? And that is revolutionary, to be free as a child, maybe in a way you never were as a child, right? There's a lot to go in and elevate ourselves through, the inner healing processes, reclaiming our inner child so it can actually have fun, maybe in ways that we never were able to. Wow, okay, beautiful. Very nice. So the child wants to come out. That's so cool. Okay. So the first two cards that popped out were the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Crystals. Okay, so Ten of Cups is the fullness of an abundant heart. It's like the fulfillment of the heart's wishes, fully realized, fully expressed and experienced and known. This is kind of the dream come true, this is, and it's the feeling of it. It's the emotional fullness of experiencing the joy of your heart's fulfillment. And the Queen of Crystals is kind of a master manifester. She really knows how to bring to her that which she envisions. She knows how to materialize her visions and her intentions. This is a really powerful, it's like dream big, don't compromise. What is the dream in your soul? You know what it is, and you've known since you were a child, and it's time to bring that into materiality, into the form of this world. It's pretty cool. I mean, I could just stop there. But there is something with this Four of Wands where it's like it's wanting you to ceremonialize it. It's not just for you. It's meant to be shared. It's meant to be expressed in some way. It's meant to be offered to the altar of, not of the highest altar of creation. It's like you're summoning, you're manifesting from the high altar of creation, but you're bringing it into the manifestation of like a ceremonial space. The ceremony is your life. Your life is the ceremonial space. But there is something coming to fruition here. Wow. I mean, this is pretty amazing. Like, it's going to be out there. It's going to be known. You're not going to be doing it in the privacy and comfort of your own closet, or own home space, your own like Cancer, cozy, quiet home. Like, there's something that's going to be shared here. This Four is really about mind, body, heart, and soul. It's the kind of like balance of the Four. The Four is a balance: mind, body, heart, soul. And in that there is something kind of sacred that's meant to be exposed in a sense. Interesting, very cool. And the second row, we have Page of Cups, Temperance, and Page of Swords. So Page of Cups, I always see as the child. It's like when you're doing this, as you're doing this dream come true, it's something that you dreamed for a very long time. It's something very much connected to your inner child, and your inner child is going to feel safe to come out and play. Like it's a timing thing that's going to be clicking in, and it's a very creative energy. And so, you know, this manifestation and this like sharing, it's going to feel so natural. It's going to feel like play. It's going to feel like the most natural thing and joyful thing that you can possibly do is to share these manifestations, to share like the manifestation of your dream being realized through you. And it might seem so simple, you know, because kids, it is simple, you know, actually. It doesn't have to be this like grandeur thing. But it's time to really play and come out with it and be creative and cultivate that creativity and cultivate that creative, supportive space for yourself where you feel alive and energetic and free to just have kind of unabandoned playtime. Just creating for creating's sake, playing for playing's sake, and it's just going to happen that you're going to be, this one was next, connecting to some powerful energy. You're going to be connecting to source energy, a very strong, creative, powerful energy, and there is this sense that as you're creating for creating's sake, it's going to put you in this kind of channeling zone. And there is going to be an increase of life force energy, like an increase of power, creative power, not power in like a, you know, power constructs kind of way, but just the power of life that will be moving through your physical being as a channel of this creativity. When you're tapping into it, it's going to be like, boom. Something's really going to open, and you're now in an adult body. So your adult body, it can capacitate even more, you know, than the child could. You know, you've got skills, you've got grounding, you've got practice, and how to be strong in your system and to take care of yourself. And there is this Page of Swords, and there is something like there's a psychic energy coming in. There is this like intuitive, perceptive, insightful energy. This is saying like use those insights and act upon them. Practice yoking and working with your intuition. Big time, big time, big time. Like really listen, hear the message, and take action, follow through on it. Even if it's just like, oh, it's so weird, you know, and the mind's gonna be like, no, don't do that. That's so weird. Like, why would I go to the grocery right now? Do flow with the intuition, those insights. That is gonna be a part of keeping you in sync with that inner child energy, and in that like energetic space that's going to continually keep your cup filled with what? Source energy. But that's going to be stimulated through your creative play, through your creative excitement, almost like arousal, but not like arousal in a sexual way. It's like arousal in a childlike, you know, like just like kids, you know, they're kind of unhinged and a little wild, but there's a structure with this temperance. Like it's not going to be just like totally unhinged and wild. It's going to be like, wow, just you're going to have a form, something that you're creating, and you're going to like really be able to channel that energy and not waste it. It's going to like fill you and regenerate your system and give you like power and strength. And like even I'm hearing like regeneration of your cells, regeneration of your biology, strengthening your system, strengthening your immune system. And this intuition, another page, you've got 2 pages on this. It's like really practice it, really practice listening to the intuition, practice responsiveness to your creative play, and you're gonna feel really connected to your power channel. Cool. Okay, that's the full moon message I have for you. That was super fun. Thank you all for joining me. And next full moon, I hope to do a live group where we can all, be together and synergize as a group. So many full moon blessings to you, and a very happy new year. Much love.